Career Bits, the weekly podcast for the University Career Center of UNC Charlotte. Each week on Career Bits, we'll provide a briefing on resources, hiring trends, and Career Center activities for students and alums. Today we have Dr. Patrick Madsen, Executive Director for the University Career Center.
Good morning.
We have Matthew French, Assistant Director for Employer Development.
Hi, everybody.
And we have Jesse Simonik, Assistant Director for Career Connections.
Hey, y'all.
Glad to have all of you here today, and we'll start, as we do most weeks, with employers, jobs, and opportunity highlights that we want to make sure folks are aware of it.
Yeah, Jay, I got one. So I read recently that a lot of state governments and local governments are looking for those who know COBOL. It's an older programming language, but guess what? Some of our government agencies are still a little outdated. So I would check out your local institutions just to see if they have a need, whether it's a project or a couple internships. And also just a couple shout outs. So we got Bank of America, Allstate, LPL, and Vanguard are all moving forward with internships and jobs for next year. So check them out, and I'm sure there's a bunch of others.
Yeah, so I've talked to DHHS, which is the Department of Health and Human Services, and they're actually hiring 120 roles right now. An unemployment agency, they're hiring like temp roles right now. So these are all considered essential roles, and they're also remote. So you'll be able to apply for these roles right now as maybe a buffer in between anything else you're doing. So check out DHHS. They can help you out. And then the other thing that you should really check out, LinkedIn is booming with positions being posted. And if you are maybe looking for an internship, they're still searching employers all over LinkedIn. It's really what they're using a lot of right now. So make sure your LinkedIn is up to date and check out all the awesome stuff that employers are posting.
So jumping off of that, Matt, I also want to put a quick plug in for UNC Charlotte's alumni page on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn users, be sure to join the UNC Charlotte alumni group. It's a great space for you to connect with your fellow 49ers and kind of be in the know about the UNC Charlotte community. The Career Center and the Alumni Association regularly post resources, job references, shout outs to alumni, and students. About doing cool things, jobs that are opening, and just a great way, again, to learn about what's going on in other industries. People also reach out here on this space for assistance in connecting with specific industries or regional areas. So students, this is a space for you as well as alumni, so make sure you request to join. So UNC Charlotte Alumni Group on LinkedIn. We love our alumni, y'all. The other thing I wanted to throw out there is specifically for our current students, don't forget, in addition to LinkedIn, to check out Hire a Niner for open on-campus positions. Quick plug for the Career Center. We are currently seeking a couple of roles specifically for our peer career ambassador position in Hire a Niner. There's a federal work study position open, as well as a UPIP peer career ambassador, or PCA for short, both of which are great opportunities to gain experience, and also, I must say, to work on an amazing team. You have to have a resume approved in Hire a Niner and a cover letter to be considered, and we're looking for empathetic students who are passionate for helping others.
So we've got some cool resources we want to highlight. Patrick, you and I have been working with our Research and Economic Development Center for some cool opportunities with our small businesses and things.
Yeah, so small businesses, nonprofits, we can't forget about them. They have needs as well. So we've created a new resume book in Hire Niner where you can put your resume if you are interested in hearing more about those internships with small businesses in the region and or those nonprofits that are really needing your help. Or if companies have a small project, what we're calling gig turnships. Sometimes they just have a week-long project or a 2-week-long project and they need some help, and they might even have a little bit to pay you to do that. This is where you would find them.
We want to jump into on resume books. You have to have an approved resume on Hire a Niner, and then you can opt into any number of resume books, including the small business internship and gig internship book. And the way we're distributing those, we're vetting them on our end, and then we are emailing them to you. Specifically me, Jay, is emailing them to you as they come into our office and we get them vetted. Yeah, that's how we're sending those out. So if you get email from me 2 or 3 times a week, and I try to do them all kind of on one day.
I like it. A couple more resources I've been finding lately is in the Career Center, we're about building resume capital, getting your experience in many different ways. So it could be a formal internship, but it also could be micro internships. So check out Parker Dewey, NCC on Google, and you'll find our page to help you find some of those micro internships or project-based learning. Another site, RIIPEN, Ripen, if I pronounce that correctly, RIIPEN, is another micro internship site that exists out there, as well as virtualinternships.com. Read a little bit about that, and something worth exploring I will also put out a big plug for our human service majors out there, all your psychology types like me, sociology, English majors, and otherwise. You want to get into helping people. Real Crisis Center needs your help. On CNN.com, there was an article that said that those calling into those types of help centers have gone up more than 800%. They need you, and what a great way for you to give back, but also gain experience if you're looking to be a counselor type like me. Matt, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I have some cool ways that you can kind of engage from where you're at safely. One way is catchafire.org. So that's catchafire.org. This is skills-based volunteering that you can do online remotely from wherever you're at. What happens is nonprofits post different types of projects they're trying to complete, and they're asking for your help. So this is everything from social media to finance, to human resources. It's a way for you to really build up your resume while you're maybe sitting at home, or maybe if you've had an internship taken away. This could be a good way for you to build in that skill set still for the summer. Check out catchafire.org. You upload your profile, and then it helps connect you to different nonprofits that maybe need your assistance. And then, of course, Facebook. While we don't really use Facebook as much to connect with each other because, Instagram's better, you can check out Facebook and the Facebook group Remote Jobs. So Remote Jobs, the group on Facebook, is filled with employers and nonprofits and small businesses who are looking to fill roles where you can work from home. So if you just go into Facebook, search Remote Jobs, find the group, you'll apply to join the group, and then you can hopefully get in there and get you some positions.
I will also say, Matt, jumping in here, there's a lot of really cool opportunities to gain experience to your resume in addition to those gig internships, virtual internships. Including, some opportunities just to add some knowledge. That's also a key item for you to start thinking about is how can you diversify your resume? So one example being Tech Talent South is offering a free 8-week coding course through Tech Talent South's Graduate Accelerator Program, or GAP. So look out for opportunities like this. This is a local company. So again, another reason to really continue to check on LinkedIn to see just opportunities of companies sharing and encouraging you to expand your own knowledge during this time.
So we've got a lot of cool upcoming events, though, that the Career Center is sponsoring virtually. One I want to talk about coming up on Wednesday, April the 15th. So right after you listen to this, 4 p.m. Eastern, Matthew and I put together with some of our employer partners a Job Search Insights During COVID-19 Employers panel. You go to the Career Center Career Events page. You'll see it there. You can click into the WebEx room. We're trying to have a good crowd there. It's going to be a panel of 3 folks that are going to talk to us. We'll ask them some questions, but we'll also have you ask them questions too, and just get some good insight from employers. They're all going to give you some good advice on what to do. So that panel again is Wednesday, April 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern.
So Jay, I've been told that I have a lovely radio voice, so I'm going to keep doing some virtual career meetups. That was my mom who told me that. Got a couple this week on how do I keep my career moving. So we talked about that resume capital and all those things that myself and my colleagues on today have been talking about. I'm going to walk you through a lot of different opportunities for you to build that experience while still being home. Also, next week and the week after that, check in Hire9er for some salary negotiation workshops. Yes, you need to understand the process and start practicing. Hey, Jesse, what do you got?
So I have another meetup coming up. So depending on when you're listening to this, this might have already passed, but coming up Tuesday, April 14th at 1 p.m., there's a Tips for a Healthcare Administration virtual job search hosted by Aerotech. So this is a really great opportunity for you to learn from staff from Aerotech about the recruitment process, especially in this virtual day and age. Now, I will say some of these, if you're missing these that we're mentioning, we are going to be recording some of these and throwing them on our YouTube page. So again, if this is something that you're listening to a few days later, make sure you check that out. We have a great series of videos that are up there as well. Another quick workshop I want you to keep an eye out for is coming up on April 28th. It's on personal productivity essentials. So this is a great one for both students and alum. So if you are one of, well, shocking, the millions of Americans who are now working from home for potentially the first time ever, get some tips from someone who's been doing this for over 9 years, and just, again, gain some more resources, strategies, best practices for how to stay productive while we are quarantined for the time being.
Jesse, I don't know about you, but personally, I have plenty of time to watch Netflix.
So true. Catching up on those series, Patrick. Oh, sorry, boss.
We're at the point of the podcast where it's time for Patrick's final thoughts. So, Patrick, what do you got to say?
Yeah, staying positive note. What a great opportunity for us to practice using technology in our workplaces. I think that when all of us can say when we were sent home, if you will. Technology was a little weird. Wi-Fi sometimes worked. Our co-workers, our pets, barked in the background. What a great opportunity for you to practice this, because this will be more the norm, whether we have a pandemic or not. And what a great way to set up your background, your lighting, and be that professional self online.